Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank the ranking member as well. And of course, I thank the witness for appearing today. Is it fair, sir, to conclude from your testimony that you believe CFIUS has sufficient authority to address national security concerns posed by foreign persons and foreign entities investing in the United States? I think you've spoken well. I think you've been very clear. Is it fair to conclude that you believe that you have sufficient authority?
Thank you, Congressman, and thank you for the question and your attention to these important matters. I do think, thanks to the good work of this committee and Congress, we have a robust set of authorities that I outlined earlier: control jurisdiction, but also what was expanded upon in FIRMA, non-controlling, non-passive investments, and certain real estate jurisdiction. Those are important authorities. We are always looking at our docket. We are looking at what is happening, and we are always assessing and reassessing where we may be able to improve. But I think the committee has a strong set of authorities to be able to protect national security.
Thank you. I mention this because I, in my state, had the legislature to propose restrictions that would be directed toward specific persons. And it created quite a stir, because while the people who pass these laws don't have to interact with the people who can suffer from some of the consequences that may not be intended. Persons of Chinese ancestry, for example. When you start using specificities of this type, there are people in this country who suffer. They suffer in terms of how people approach them generally, but they also suffer in the sense of consternation as to what they will do with land that they currently hold, or will they be able to purchase additional property? I think that allowing 50 states to enact laws regulating land purchases by foreign-born persons puts our entire country at risk of retaliation because of actions taken by a single state legislature. We've had one legislature to conclude that no one who is a non-citizen will be able to purchase property, real estate. 50 legislatures acting independently on issues that can have foreign policy implications, in my opinion, is a very dangerous thing for us to allow. We cannot allow persons whose motives may be less than honorable to pass laws that can impact the entirety of our country in just one state. This is why I and the Honorable Judy Chu introduced H.R. 3697, a preemption bill that will prevent states from acting what appears to be in an arbitrary and capricious fashion. I believe, I will not speak for her, but I am honored that she would support the legislation. I believe that we have a duty and an obligation to allow CFIUS at the executive level to deal with these issues, because you have a broader view. You have a better understanding of the geopolitical implications of allowing one state to make a decision that can impact the entirety of the people in the United States of America. So I'm grateful that you believe you have the authority, and I'm grateful that you are flexing your muscles, and I would concur with the ranking member. If you can flex even more, I think we'll have a better result. I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields back. With that, I recognize myself for 5